Hi, the cosmos and its constituents manifest a remarkable degree of order, complexity, efficiency, and perhaps even purpose. We often observe these attributes in man made objects like pens, aeroplanes, cars, watches, houses, which are products of intentional design. This observation raises a compelling question. Could the natural objects in the universe or the universe itself could be the product of an intentional design? And if so, might the designer be God? This discussion explores the design arguments for the existence of God, which assert that the apparent design within nature suggests the presence of a divine architect. By the way, the views that have been captured from space stations serve as a breathtaking testament to the universe's awe-inspiring complexity and beauty. The design or teleological arguments for theism are categorized into three main types, each presenting a unique perspective on how and what aspects of the universe might have been designed. First, we have biological design arguments, which advance that God is the designer behind some or all biological organisms within the universe, pointing to the intricate complexity of life as evidence of divine craftsmanship. Then, physical design arguments suggest that God's design extends to the universe's large scale structure and contents, its natural laws, or the micro level composition of its elements. And third, the fine tuning arguments contend that God deliberately selected the physical laws, fundamental constants, and initial conditions of the universe to create an environment conducive to the emergence and sustenance of complex biological life. Through these arguments, the advocates seek to demonstrate that the universe's inherent design is indicative of a purposeful creator, thereby making a case for the existence of God. You know how, when you stumble upon something super complex and organized, like a camera just chilling in a field, you won't for a second think it's just popped out of nowhere, right? You'd bet that someone designed it because it's got all these parts working together for a specific purpose. Now take the human eye. It's kind of like that camera. It's got all these different parts, each doing its own thing, but together they let us see. Pretty cool, right? Then there's this idea of irreducible complexity. Imagine something that is so complex that if you took away even one part, it just wouldn't work. Like your immune system, it's got a part that spots the bad guys and another part that takes them out. Lose one, and you're either not fighting off the invaders or you're attacking your own cells. The catch, these parts had to show up at the same time to work. And some folks argue that is so unlikely, it's like winning the lottery over and over. Their punchline: God must have set it all up in one go. Zooming out, the whole universe seems pretty well designed too. Think about how planets orbit stars or how electrons move. It's all orderly, almost like the parts inside some gadget we made. Sure, someone could say, that is just physics doing its thing. But then you could hit back, saying even those physics rules look like someone's handiwork. And here's the thing, scientists tell us that if the universe was even a tiny bit different, like if gravity was off by just a smidge, life as we know it won't stand a chance. There are tons of these fine tuned details that had to be just right for us to be here. So the big question is, did we just hit the cosmic jackpot, or did someone, in this case God, tweak the settings just for us? So there you have it, the universe and everything in it, from tiny cells to vast cosmos, kind of screams, designed. And that's the heart of the argument that maybe, just maybe, there's a divine designer behind it all. In the complex domain of intelligent design, its proponents passionately advocate for the notion that the universe's intricate order and life's complexity scream of a grand designer's handiwork. Yet, this perspective hasn't won over a vast number of scientists. A significant counter to the biological design argument is the concept of evolution by natural selection. This natural process, devoid of consciousness, efficiently crafts order, complexity, and purpose, potentially explaining phenomena labeled as irreducible complexity. Imagine the evolutionary journey of an immune system from a primitive version performing dual roles to a sophisticated division of labor among specialized subsystems. This evolutionary narrative challenges the necessity of a divine craftsman. Moreover, the argument stumbles upon instances of what appears to be poor design in living beings. Humans, for example, grapple with flawed design of sharing a pathway for both breathing and eating, alongside being susceptible to devastating genetic disorders like Tay-Sachs disease. Such design flaws raise eyebrows over the competence of a supposed divine designer. Philosopher David Hume adds layers of skepticism to this debate, questioning the necessity of a designer for God himself and pondering if mindless laws could account for the universe's orderliness. The uniqueness of our universe also poses a problem. Without other universes for comparison, drawing conclusions about a universal designer becomes speculative at best. Furthermore, Hume suggests that the evidence might lean towards an imperfect designer or multiple creator, challenging traditional monotheistic views. Critics of the fine tuning arguments propose alternative explanations that diminish the need for a divine tuner. The concept of a multiverse, fundamental principle leading to life supporting conditions, or the sheer inevitability of beings finding themselves in a habitable universe, offer naturalistic explanations to phenomena attributed to divine fine-tuning. In summary, while the notion of an intelligent designer orchestrates a compelling narrative for the complexities and order of the universe, a chorus of objections invites us to ponder the limits of design arguments in explaining our world and ourselves. All right, so we have had a deep dive into the world of design arguments where some thinkers are given a thumbs up saying, yet there's something to this. So, what is the next move on this cosmic chessboard? It's not just about sitting back and saying design argument got this in the bag. No, it's about rolling up our sleeves and diving into the other arguments that are floating around in the theism pool. And let's not forget, it's also about putting the design argument on one side of the scale and piling up any counter evidence against the existence of God on the other. In short, deciding on God's existence isn't a one trick pony situation. You've got to sift through the arguments, weigh the evidence on both sides, and see where the balance tips. It's about getting the full picture, not just a snapshot. And there we have it, folks, a whirlwind tour through the fascinating corridors of intelligent design. From the microscopic wonders of life to the vast expanse of the cosmos, we have seen arguments that aim to stitch the fabric of our universe with threads of divine intention. Yet, as with any grand scheme, the closer we look, the more complex the patterns become, revealing not just beauty and order, but questions, contradictions, and challenges that push us to think deeper. The journey through design arguments is like embarking on an epic quest, one that invites curiosity, skepticism, and awe in equal measure. It's about wrestling with the notion that behind the curtain of existence might be a grand designer, while also entertaining the possibility that the universe's marvels can be explained through natural processes like evolution and physical laws. As we stand at the crossroads of belief and inquiry, the design arguments serve not as definitive proof, but as gateways to a broader exploration of existence, purpose, and the divine. Whether you find yourself drawn to the idea of cosmic architecture or grounded in the principles of natural selection and physics, the discussion around intelligent design reminds us that the quest for understanding is, in itself, a reflection of our desire to make sense of the world and our place within it. So, as we wrap up this exploration, let's take with us not just the arguments and counter arguments, but the spirit of inquiry that drives us to look beyond the stars, beneath the microscope, and into the depths of our own belief. After all, the true measure of our journey through the cosmos and the concept of intelligent design isn't just in the answers we find, but in the questions we dare to ask. In the grand saga of existence, whether we see the hand of a grand designer or the role of intricate natural laws, one thing remains clear. Our quest for understanding is a testament to the human spirit's boundless curiosity. So let's keep questioning, exploring, marveling at the universe's mysteries, for it is in seeking that we truly found the depths of wonder that life has to offer. So keep seeking and keep alive that marvelous sense of wonder that each one of us has been gifted with, unless we ourselves muffle or kill it. See you next time.